Welcome to Mike's Organic Cafe. Today I'll show you how to make a perfect puff pastry chicken and gravy filled party pies to accompany our jumbo party sausage rolls. When you're throwing a party or having a gathering with lots of mouths to feed, this is the easiest recipe to make using minimal organic ingredients. So you can feed your guests knowing you used organic nutritious ingredients and they won't be able to tell the difference. In fact, they won't believe the food was home cooked because it tastes way better than store-bought, so you can have a chef secret of your own. Ingredients are puff pastry sheets. If you pre-made them, take them out of the freezer to thaw. Otherwise, check out my organic puff pastry video to make a large batch to freeze and take out anytime you need it. 2 organic grass-fed free-roam skinless chicken breasts. Herbs are oregano, sisal and turmeric. 1 pot of water with gravy, 2 to 3 scoops, and a frying pan with 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter and mini pie trays. Mine are bigger than the standard party pie, which is better because unlike store-bought, where they use rat meat probably, and you get so little of it, it's all chemical full pastry. My pastry is 2 ingredients, butter and flour, that's it. Why all the chemicals? They last in the freezer anyway. Hardly any ingredients used, yet the taste is way better and healthier for you. And I forgot the organic ketchup for dipping. Step 1. Preheat your oven to 200 degrees fan bake. Then, take the frying pan to the stovetop on a medium heat. Melt the butter, then add the chickens, then the herbs to one side. And cook for a minute each side to see the edges. Re-add more herbs if you like when you turn the chickens over to do the other side. When they're seared on both sides, add the gravy water so it cooks in the oven with the chickens and the flavors infuse. Then put the pan in the oven for about 45 minutes. Step 2. Grab the thawed puff pastry, then lightly flour the surface. They will be sticky, it's just so we're able to remove them easily. Then with the pie tray, measure the size of the tin. Then with the rolling pin, gently flatten the puff pastry to make it bigger. This is the base of our pie. We don't want it to puff up too much. You want it solid. The other sheet can be left as is so the top puffs up. You'll see it in the end. Step 3. Here is the flattened puff pastry. Cut it in half, then gently place them in the mini pie trays. Then take a pair of kitchen scissors and cut the edges not too close to the rim of the tray. Leave a bit of leeway so we can stick the top on. I'll grab an egg and put it in a mixing bowl. I forgot to mention we need egg wash to help them stick. It's not a big mistake, lucky. And just stir it and set it aside. Step 4. When the chickens are done, remove them from the oven, keeping the oven turned on, as this won't take long, maybe 5 minutes. Grab the chicken with a pair of tongs and with a fork, tear the chicken apart. It should come apart easily enough. Then add a bit of gravy chunks from the pan, or you can make a new batch of gravy on the stovetop. Just let it come to a boil and it will thicken. Step 5. Fill the pie tray with chicken to the top of the pastry. Then add a bit of gravy. Then with the kitchen brush, brush the egg wash on top of the edges of the pie. Then add the other half of the pastry sheet on top. Then with a pair of scissors, cut small holes for the pie to breathe while baking. Do the same to the other pie, then in the oven for 30 minutes. As you can see, the one on the left was done with a knife, but it's easier just to cut with the kitchen scissors. Don't make the same mistake, but in the end, after baking, they still look quite delicious. Step 6, here they are. They look so appetizing. I'll show you what the finished product looks like. Grab a small bowl, put it upside down. Place the pie tray with tongs on the bowl. Then gently with a fork, uncup the pastry from the tin. It'll come off eventually. When you finally get it off, you can see they're perfect. Pour the rest of the gravy or grab organic ketchup and enjoy. Perfect pies to go with our jumbo sausage rolls. You can do whatever inside you like. I just felt like chicken pie today. Thanks for watching and be seeing you in Mike's Organic Cafe for more lovely dishes turned from junk chemicals into healthy, nutritious meals that taste better than store-bought crap.